I'm going to start by painting a cream on your face. It'll be a little cold. This is a non-oil based cream. It's high in minerals. The minerals are important for conducting the electricity. It's not 100% organic, but it is very clean, very simple aloe-based, emulsified aloe. This is called the AccuLift cream. It was developed by the inventor of the Jade machine. You can use any cream. You can drive in any nutrients or serums into the skin through the process of electricity and what's called iontophoresis. But time and again, we find that this AccuLift cream really does the best job with this protocol. So we never have had any issues with major allergic reactions or skin breakouts because it's a very simple formula. On the neck, I'm adding an essential oil. Today we're using an essential oil called Saro, S-A-R-O, and it's a nice complement to the color and frequency that we're going to focus on today, which is going to be indigo. Experiencing an aromatherapy session because we're choosing a therapeutic oil that you'll be smelling throughout the hour. Music that you're hearing in the background is a meditation app, and it's coming through a vibrating acoustic therapy mattress. So the sounds are enhancing the parasympathetic experience of the facial. Because we're using indigo as the main frequency color, actually going to start with the opposite spectrum and use orange for the first step of this protocol. And these are plasma tubes. Orange is neon, and it will help with stimulating the lymph flow and start to create nice circulation and start to drive in the medicine of the cream. This is a wand that has a Tesla coil inside, and so there are sweep frequencies happening that come out of this glass bulb. The light is a byproduct of the frequency, and neon, which is orange, this is static electricity, and it's also an ozone generator. So you'll feel a little bit of static. You don't have to worry about getting a shock. You'll feel a little bit of warmth, but not any sort of burning sensation. Just gently massaging in the AccuLift cream. start to notice with the gentle touch of the glass bulb where there are areas of tension or toxic accumulation, and start to move that out. I have to shut the speaker off, the music that we're listening to, because the static electricity in this wand, because I'm standing on carpet, actually picks up on the speaker that sits near the floor. Just another indicator of the power of electricity. Find areas of congestion around the jawline for many people. Sometimes feels like a rocky road. And that is the lymph drainage that has gotten stuck at that jawline, and the hard rocky road feeling is basically the calcification of the lymph, the toxic buildup that's found its way there and hasn't been able to escape. And that would be one of the reasons, one of the main reasons, that as we age, we get the jowls from the chin line. Because if you have pebbles of calcification hanging out here and gravity pulls on that, that weight, as the skin elasticity weakens, will create the jowls. So by keeping that broken up and good circulation, will prevent getting the sagging neck. Increasing circulation in the lymph system here around the neck, the cerebral spinal drainage that keeps the brain healthy, the energy to the thyroid area. All are benefits of using this around the neck. That is step 1 completed. We'll turn our speaker back on so you can enjoy that. 100%. So these are 2 titanium small probes. These will be our tool for the electro acupuncture points as well as the micro massage. There is a microcurrent, a very fine, quick changing current that is coming out of these probes because it is connected to the jade machine, which is here. We have the option to choose from 12 colors, and today, like I mentioned, we're going to do indigo. You can choose by many reasons. Today we're doing indigo because we've had her here with a couple of facials already, and so this is the next color on her list for what we've been working on. And you can also just choose by sometimes what the patron is wearing. They might show you that they're really craving a certain color. You could choose it by the shape of their face. So indigo is typically a triangular face that will benefit with that color. You could also choose by their sun sign or an astrological sign. Indigo is correlated with the sign Aries. You could choose because of the musical note that is connected with that, or the eigenfrequency. Eigenfrequencies are the inherent 12 eigen, meaning own, frequencies that benefit our bodies the most, and they are connected to music and also to frequency and to color and to so many things. And the indigo color is also eigenfrequency 303.1, which is the musical note D sharp or E flat. So we turn on the machine, we keep the microcurrent at low, we check to see we have a connection, and we do. We hit the start button, and now we're placing the probes to start the treatment. Although there is current coming out of the probes, we really don't want the patron to feel electricity in this stage. Less is more. The term is hormesis. Separating the muscle fibers here. The muscles of the forehead run in this direction, the origin at the eyebrow and the insertion up at the forehead, the hairline. And so in general, we're massaging, in a way, the muscle fibers in the direction of its primary electrical flow. Inside of the jade machine, correlated with the 12 colors, the 12 eigen frequencies, are 12 gemstones. So when you turn the dial to indigo, the electricity, before it comes out the wires and to the ends of these probes, is coming through a synergistic blue gemstone, typically lapis lazuli. So you're picking up the information, the energy, the history, the frequency of that ancient stone, lapis, and delivering it as part of the experience into the skin, into the body, into the mind and spirit. The reason people get wrinkles that run this way across the forehead is because the muscles that run this way contract. They get tension or toxins. So the contraction of the muscles this way cause the line this way. That's why our primary action is to separate the muscle fibers to keep length in the muscles and release and relaxation so that the wrinkles don't form. Or if you have wrinkles, we can reduce them. The reason people opt for Botox to relieve the look of wrinkles, and the way that that works essentially is by paralyzing the muscle, meaning it's relaxing the muscle, and therefore the wrinkle does not show. So this is a way to achieve that same effect in a more holistic way. It's not instant like a one-time shot, but with some regular sessions, depending on the person's health and skin care routine, their habits, dietary and otherwise, it can be as effective. Many people hold a lot of tension in their jaw. Many people have TMJ from clenching, holding stress and tension in this area. So we have a lot of success in releasing this, keeping it relaxed, maintaining that relaxation, reducing stress in that way. Wonderful testimonials over the years of chronic TMJ pain, jaw pain, headache pain being resolved with regular jade treatments. Again, in general, we're moving the probes in the direction of origin to insertion of the facial muscles, encouraging a good flow of electricity and energy, properly polarized in the tissue. chronic sinus problems. It creates a lot of chronic congestion and calcification. So this can feel wonderful for people who have had sinus issues lifelong. Sending some good energy to that area can make all the difference. Times people are not aware at all of how much tension they're holding in their face. And you might know that you hold a lot of tension in your forehead, but you don't realize how much tension around your mouth. Techniques we use is Tweenaw. If we find a spot that needs some extra attention, we make a circular motion and then strip apart the fibers. And this can be done any area of the face that needs a little extra release. Each part of the face is connected to a part of the body. So you have the gallbladder represented by this area of the forehead. And you have the bladder in this area. And then you have the stomach and the liver and the gallbladder again in this area. So when you're holding these points or massaging through them, you are supporting those organ systems. Down here we have stomach, liver, and kidney under the eyes. We have the heart that is from the bridge of the nose down the sides. Can also sometimes follow the smile lines. And underneath that, the lungs. I have the colon here. These muscles that run from here to here, when they tighten over time, that's what pulls the corners of the mouth down and makes someone look like they're frowning or angry or sad all the time. So by keeping the energy flowing this way, it'll keep the corners of the mouth lifted so that they always look like they are in a pleasant state. Some people who hold tension in the mouth maybe are not speaking their truth. So we have the stomach line down here as well. And then the spleen right at the top, your immune system point. Probes is step 2 of the Jade treatment. Step 3 is changing the probes to roller electrodes. Another component that I use with the Jade machine is the ray potency simulator. This is a whole long education and discussion on what this does, but basically it creates homeopathic remedies, and there's many ways to do that. This one uses Malcolm Ray's science of imprints of cards and material, physical material, with electricity and magnetism, and imprinting it into whatever carrier you would like. The unique thing about this simulator connected to the Jade machine is that whatever remedies via the ray cards that are chosen for the patron based on what they could use support with, it is attached to the Jade machine, meaning when the probes come onto the person's face, the information of this person is also coming back up through the probes, back into the machine, through the circuit to the simulator. And at the same time, the information is exchanging and coming back out to her with the information of the cards and the remedies that have been placed in the simulator. Not only that, but her adjustments or responses to that. So a homeopathic treatment through electricity is also happening. Of the dermatones of the face to the neck and the spine and the brain, bring in a whole additional level of therapeutics. Because, for instance, the vagus nerve that is so popular these days, the talk about how important it is to have good vagal tone, and that connection that's running down from that cranial nerve all the way into the gut and beyond. There are points along this process that get nourished, and we send that same electrical flow down those nerves into other areas of the body. So sometimes we get magic, chronic back pain, chronic stomach pain, knee pain, without even trying, is reported to get relief just from getting this face treatment. You can see that she's got a little necklace on. It's not any problem with the electricity. We can schedule so that the patron is either just draped without any shirt or just wearing a tank top, no jewelry, and then this can become a total neck, shoulder, upper back continuation when there's chronic issues there. Everyone has tightness in their neck, and if it's really something that needs to be worked on, we can make that the focus as well. Go ahead and turn to the other side. Turning up the electricity. She may feel this a little bit, so that we can do just a little bit of lifting and toning, because in this instance we actually want a little bit of contraction of the muscles and the skin. It doesn't take much. is a final touch of the official Jade process. And it's a unique touch. We cut the ends of Q-tips of the Q-tips go into these little metal probes. And then all we need to do is spray the ends with mineral water to create a conducting of the electricity. Turn the electricity back down to low, turn on the machine, which is still running indigo, and now whatever is left over on her face that hasn't been completely soaked in, we can now use this delicate touch to fill in any fine lines and wrinkles, drive in the rest of the cream. And this very light touch is excellent for additional lymphatic flow. Over the years, most of the time, the patron is asleep at this point. And funny enough, the point in which I often notice that they're sound asleep is when I'm finding the most amount of tension around their mouth. I'm not sure exactly what that correlation is. Could just be the process. But this Jade experience, on all the ways that it's working, sound, color, frequency, microcurrent, gemstone, quickly and profoundly helps people get into that rest and digest healing state, the parasympathetic state. This treatment can be done as much as 2 or 3 times a week. Follows a similar package recommendation that many facials or estheticians would use. A series of 10. You can get that done in 6 to 8 weeks to really get your face to the state that you would like it in. And then maintenance from there is whatever the individual needs. Maybe that's once a week, maybe that's once a month, maybe it's once a quarter, maybe it is event-based, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, etc. So those are all the official steps of the Jade facial. What we've added on top of that are a few different things. This is a red laser light, so it does have the 660 wavelength as as a light, but it is also a high-grade laser, and that's why it is pulsing, because it would be dangerous to look at it if it was not pulsing. So it's very safe. It's a consumer and professional grade red light therapy. It can be used on pain and inflammation. But we also know red light on the skin does all the great things, increasing circulation, lymph drainage, driving in nutrients. Because it's a laser, it does all of that extremely well. We just continue to encourage the flow. Vibration is an important part of any physiotherapy because it helps continue to move the toxins out of the system that you have just worked. In this case, I like to use a tuning fork. It has an attachment so that I can smoothly run it over the facial tissue. This tuning fork is tuned to all of the chakra systems. touches. This little jar contains crushed precious gemstones. It is a company and a woman who has a patent on this process, and the proof that a number of the inherent minerals of this powder support collagen and elastin and skin health and total body health, immune health. And one of the important minerals in that is manganese, and that is essential for collagen to be produced. So I'm sprinkling these precious gems. That's all that's in there. There's no other fillers in this powder. And I'm putting it on her neck and her forehead. The patent shows you don't have to combine those minerals with any cream or liquid, and they can just be rubbed into plain skin and will still uptake. But I like to add the last little bit of oil and cream on the brush and just spread those out. Encourage them to go in a little more quickly. This is something that's available to take home, so you can use your minerals every night. The red light therapy device is available for home use, great for pain as well. Just give her a little aura spray. And that concludes the Jade facial. The patron, when they are ready to sit up and regroup, they'll feel like they are floating. And at that point, they will have a gemstone, either a bracelet or an actual stone or a pendant that has been charged with their information according to the color that was used. So this is a lapis gemstone bracelet that this patron will take on their wrist. It will carry the information of her treatment for the rest of the day. It will help her be reminded how to just step back into that parasympathetic state, because that is what's being held, at least for now, in that bracelet. That bracelet can be brought back each time to be recharged, along with others that she'll collect over the treatment course. And then I just have a bottle of water. Coincidentally, it's in an indigo bottle today, so that was perfect timing. But it is a glass bottle with spring water, and it has been sitting in the well with remedies specific to her, picking up the entire treatment and her response to the treatment. So it is important to stay hydrated after any physiotherapy, and this is a great way to encourage your patron to drink their water, and it will have information stored in the water about how to best take care of themselves from this last hour that they experienced. So you can send them on their way with a charged, personalized water as well.